A lot of people this year, in 2025, have made the decision that they are now going to do no buys or no spends. This may give some people financial discipline to reach their financial goals.
I hate to be the one to say this, but the reason that the cost of living is so high and the reason that regular household items and groceries continue to increase is because we don't know how to stop purchasing things. We don't know how to say no. We don't have self-control. Like, if I think about history and why in the history books people actually got like a little bit of change, it's because they had some sort of resistance, some sort of self-control. We literally buy. Amazon, TikTok, freaking Target, Fashion Nova, Shein, whatever the case may be. All of these stores always gets orders just coming in and out. At what point do we say no? At what point do we fight back?
I don't know. Do people just wait till they don't have any more money, or do they wait until they're just in loads of debt? Because that's what it seems like to me. I think people have got really comfortable with the idea of debt and just having everything and buy now, pay later. And don't even get me started on that, because y'all know how I feel. That now I think most people have a lack of discipline and just feel like they deserve everything. And so if you can put it on debt and just think about it later, right? But that can get very dangerous. And that's how a lot of people end up in loads of debt.
Because the reality of it is the government is looking at us like, okay, they're never going to stop. So why would we decrease the price on anything? Y'all need to just make some more money and fend for yourselves. But no, everybody has to have the latest everything. I don't know. But coming into the new year, January 2025, I will not be purchasing anything that is not necessary. And I say this and I'm holding myself to it because I am tired of eating my money. I am tired of wearing my money. It needs to go somewhere else.
I think a lot of people can feel it with the eating the money. A lot of people are addicted to going out and getting fast food. Food is high and restaurants are even higher. And we didn't even talk about when you got to incorporate the tips and all the other extra things.
This is my no-buy plan for 2025. Use it to kickstart yours. This is a challenge that I am setting for myself that I've seen other people talk about on TikTok on how to not waste my money in 2025 because I waste my money a lot. No new makeup until I've run out of everything of that product. So like if I have a red lipstick that runs out, I'm not going to buy another red lipstick until all my other red lipsticks run out. No coffee or tea out at all unless it's a special occasion.
Look, people are so addicted to coffee and tea, maybe not so teas, but coffee, oh my goodness. You can save so much money just making coffee at home. I know a lot of people who do that.
Every time I go out for a coffee, it costs like $10 and it's not worth that much money. I have enough products at home to create lattes, to do all those things, so it's just a waste. This one's going to be tough. No new clothes unless I am needing a specific item for a specific event. And no new shoes until they are too old to use. I wear through tennis shoes, but I'm going to wait until I actually wear through all of them to get a new pair. I'm gonna meal prep every week for work and for home so I don't accidentally buy snacks or food at work. And then I'm only gonna eat out once per week. That's it. Next, I'm gonna pick one streaming service and I'm gonna keep that one streaming service until I'm ready to switch to another one. I'm gonna use drugstore skincare. I already do, but I'm really gonna stick to it and I'm gonna use it until it's all gone. I'm going to wash my hair every few days and make my expensive, nice shampoos last longer by not utilizing them more than once or twice a week. And last but not least, I'm going to delete shopping apps from my phone because it is so tempting when I see the Amazon app or these like clothing apps I have and I just want to click and just see what sales they have.
Yeah. The last one that says deleting shopping apps off the phone. That is such a big one in my opinion. Amazon is just so convenient. I don't know that a lot of people would do that, but if you're doing a no buy, I just think that would be one of the first places to start. I'm sure people struggle with having loads and loads and loads of things in their carts. And I won't even lie, Amazon is a master of efficiency. That's why it works so well and why so many people like it. Sometimes I literally feel like I just had a thought, put something in my cart, and the next thing I know, it was at my house in 2 hours. But is that good if you're not really good with money? No.
Just because I got the money does not mean I need to spend it. All this keeping up with the Joneses and trying to look better than your situation, you can miss me with that. And really, I don't need to buy a damn thing extra in 2025. What do I need? I bought everything I needed in 2024 and extra. I be thinking to myself sometimes, damn, did I need half the shit I bought this week? Hell nah. Gotta start saving up more money for the rainy day fund. Cause what I understand now as an adult is it will rain and it will pour like a motherfucker. Ain't no reason to go buy no new car in 2025. Hey, I already got a car. It ain't the nicest. It ain't the prettiest. It ain't the newest. But guess what? It's paid off.
I felt that so hard. I get asked by people all the time, are you going to get a new car? I'll be like, for what? It's paid off. I've had my car for over 12 years and it's still running fine. I keep it in great condition. I love not having a car note. I never want to have a car note ever again in my life. And I'm with him. Who are we trying to look pretty for? Who are we trying to flex on? The car is to get from point A to point B. And I know a lot of people love to fight me on that, but to me, a car is not a status symbol.
Hell, sometimes you get a new car these days and they have more problems than the old cars.
Yeah.
Recalls, engine issues, electrical problems.
Very
and don't
true.
forget, like, extra insurance, the higher cost overall. I'll wait. Like I said before, I'm trying to become a minimalist. Minimal spending, minimal problems, minimal headaches.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm trying to be Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
49 cents of spilt milk dripping all over my tape. Somebody gonna drink this milk.
I remember Everybody Hates Chris and the dad was really cheap. I can't even talk. My husband says I'm like Mr. Krabs.
I'm participating in No Spend 2025, so here are the things that are going to be on my no spend list. And I have very poor financial habits, but 2025 is the year that I'm going to change that. First of all, hair highlighting. I spend about $150 every 2 months on getting my hair highlighted. By cutting this out, I'm going to save $900 for the year. As for haircuts, I'm going to attempt to do my haircuts at home, either myself or my husband, because all the hairdresser does is a straight across cut. I have very thin, very fine hair. I feel like that's fine. Next, I'm not going to be getting my nails done. I was spending probably about $100 a month on getting my nails done. So cutting this out is going to save me $1,200 for the year. Next is start.
I remember it had to probably be about 2017 or 2018. I was trying to get really strict about my budget. One of the first thing to go was the nails. For one, they weren't doing my nails how I like them done anyway. I had a very bad incident where I was bleeding and I was just over it. I was like, I'm paying all this money and I'm trying to cut back anyway. And my nails have been like this ever since. I do not care anymore. Now, a lot of people grew up with the idea that if your hair and your nails are not done, you are unkept. I don't care what kind of kept I am. The only type of kept I'm trying to be is having money kept in my bank account. Let people think what they're going to think.
I was spending anywhere from $10 to $20 a week on Starbucks. Cutting this out is going to save me anywhere from $520 to $1,040. Next is mugs and water bottles. I don't know how many mugs or water bottles that I've spent money on this year, but I know it's been a lot. I have plenty of mugs. I don't need to buy any more. In fact, I actually need to get rid of some of the ones that I have. I'm not going to be spending money on DoorDash or Uber Eats. I was spending about $25 a week on DoorDash, so cutting that out is going to save me about $1,300. Not going to be spending money unnecessarily on hair care or makeup products. Basically, I'm going to just use up everything that I already have before I buy anything new. Next is home decor. My home is fine. I do not need home decor. I have plenty. I do not need candles. Those are all on my no spend list. I have no idea how much money I spent in 2024, and I honestly probably don't want to know how much money I spent on 2024 on home decor. We're just not going to do that in 2025. So between all of this, I'm going to save upwards of or more than $5,000 for 2025 just by cutting these little things out of my life.
Now, that's just based off of her cutting out those small things. $5,000. Y'all, $5,000 is more than a lot of people say that they can gather. And for a lot of people, it's not that they can't come up with $5,000. It's the fact that they spend it as soon as they get it, and then it's just not there if they ever need $5,000 or they want $5,000. And then they resort to debt. But I like the way she put this because she acknowledges she does actually have it in her case. She just needs to allocate her money differently and then she'll have the money left over. Now, of course, this will range from person to person depending on how much income you have in the first place. So that's what she's going off of.
So I've been seeing a lot of discourse on no spend / no buy 2025. And I just wanted to add another layer of like solutions or perspective on like what you can do if you want to purchase a product and you're just in mental warfare. Ask yourself, especially if it's a publicly traded company, do you own stock in this company before you purchase this product?
I was saying this in other videos. I was saying in the Sephora videos, I was like, do y'all own Sephora stock? I think I even said it in the Hello Kitty video. But yeah, if you can go to the store, spend your money there, why don't you try to own a little bit of stocks? And I know a lot of people are like, I don't know what to invest in. Well, just think about where you spend your money. Just start there and then you say, hey, I want to buy a little bit of this company. You don't have to know much about Starbucks to know that you like Starbucks and you're always there. And a lot of people go there and you might want to own a little bit of Starbucks. Or maybe you like Chipotle. Chipotle is another good one. Or maybe you like the Cheesecake Factory. Now, I'm not telling nobody specifically what to invest in, but hey, these are ideas. And she has a great point here.
Now, this is some advice I got a couple years ago, and honestly, like, I kind of apply it sometimes. But, you know, sometimes my fingers just be hot. I just want the goods, okay? I just want to go to Ulta and just but I own Ulta stock. But anyway, with that being said, before you buy the new iPhone 35 that comes out next year, ask yourself, do I have Apple stock?
Right.
So while you're participating in no spend and no buy 2025, if you are ever tempted, you should be asking yourself, do I own stock in this publicly traded company? And as a frequent buyer, you're the perfect person that should have stock in that company. So not only
Yep.
are we going to come out of 2025 being a little bit more minimalistic, okay, we're not over consuming. Our pockets are going to look so cute. And on top of that, we're going to be investors because we're going to invest in some of our favorite companies. And as someone investing in your favorite companies, you'll know when the water is getting a little muddy and it's time to get out of there. Like, you're going to look around the store and like, oh, this is not what it used to be. You're going to go check the stock. You're going to be like, oh, it's going down. And you're going to pull your money out. But that's all I got to say. Bye, y'all. So
I'm actually glad she talked about things getting muddy in the stock market. That happens. Things are up and down. I think what's very important is for people to understand what type of investor they are. Are you a day trader? Because that's not really like investing. You're trying to get in and out real quick, make money, and then dip. So I just try to find good companies, invest in those companies, continuously hold them for long periods of time. And I'm talking like 10 years plus, 20 years plus. Let those companies mature and then over time sell. But that's just how I do things. Now, everybody's strategy on how they invest money or make money as far as the stock market goes is going to be up to you. And I think that's one of the reasons why some people get intimidated by the stock market, because they want to be told exactly what move to make, and it's very personal. And nobody could read the future when it comes to the stock market, or else everybody be rich. But it just doesn't work that way. But if you want some safe bets, I would probably look into the S&P 500, but totally up to you.
I'm doing a no buy for 2025, and my rules are extensive. They're extensive, so buckle up. Number 1, no new clothing, period. Not even thrifting or anything like that. If I'm spending money on it in 2025 and it's clothing, it will not be mine. Number 2, no new shoes unless I wear out a pair I already own to the point of it needing to be replaced. The only thing that really comes to mind for me are my tennis shoes that I use for working out. I can conceive of a reality where those get so worn out that I do need to replace them.
Yeah.
Number 3, no new makeup or skincare unless my own personal dermatologist that I see in person every couple of months tells me that I need to switch up my routine. Number 4.
Look, that was a good one, because a lot of people spend so much money on skincare and the viral products. I've been guilty of it at one point in time. Now I only take advice from my esthetician or my dermatologist. Save so much more money in the end too.
No using credit cards for regular daily spending. Instead, I will be using digital cash envelopes from Cube Money to force mindful spending and budget transparency.
I was taught at a very young age, if you're not really good with money, to just get cash out and then spend it that way, because then you're a lot more conscious of the dollars you're spending. A lot of people are swiping and they're not equating that to dollars. That's how a lot of people end up in debt.
Number 5, I get $85 per week for food. This can pay for any combination of food items, whether it's takeout or groceries. Number 6, I'm allowed to use my food budget to replace general hygiene products. These products are only allowed to be purchased once I have run out of what I already have. Number 7, I get $65 per week for transportation. This includes the cost of gas for my car or public transportation.
Some people's tank could never for $65.
Number 8, I can earn up to $50 per week for discretionary spending. This will be called my shopping fund. This money will be earned through completing tasks or activities throughout the week. For example, if I have a no spend day, I get $5. If I work out or do some kind of physical fitness, I get $5. And I can do so many things throughout the week and earn up to $50. Number 9, if I overspend on food or transportation, the shopping fund will be my backup money. If I have no shopping money to fall back on, I will either need to go without or ask someone to loan me the money. It's not a punishment. It's very important. I need a little bit of like public pressure to help keep me in line.
And I mean this in the nicest way possible, but it almost kind of seems like she wants that pressure of like them looking at her funny, like, what are you asking me for? But hey, if that's what she needs, and that, hey, I'm all for it.
I'm not allowed to declutter, aka get rid of shoes or clothing, because I have this cycle where I get rid of bags and bags and bags of stuff.
Yeah.
And I buy loads and loads more stuff. I'm allowed to get rid of things, but I'm just going to move them to a secondary location within my own home. That way, when I inevitably go, oh my gosh, I really need this thing for this thing, I can shop my own storage.
Yeah.
I've done no-buys in the past, but usually it's for like a month to 3 months. So talking about doing a no-buy for all of 2025 does strike fear into my heart and soul, but that just means that it's probably going to be good for me.
Yeah. When she was saying she's not allowing herself to declutter because she has a habit of just going back and buying more things, I think a lot of people can relate to that. I've seen so many people showing videos of them decluttering just for them to be right back at Sephora. I've seen people declutter makeup, clothing, kitchen equipment, shoes, all sorts of things, right? Just for them in a few more videos to come back doing hauls of those same things. And one of the worst ones I think I've seen was someone doing a Stanley Cup where they decluttered a whole bunch of Stanley Cups, but then they went back and bought some more. I just didn't understand that. But I'm glad she understands what is best for her. And I think that's what people need to do is understand themselves and how they can save themselves money. Because you know your own personality and what you're going to do if you end up getting rid of a bunch of things. Doing a no buy for the whole 2025 is a big commitment, but I think she would save a lot of money.
I just looked up my 2024 expenses, all the money that I spent this year in 2024. And it's honestly, it's sad. My long-term goal, even in 2026, early 2026, I want to pay off my car. I just got my car in February. I want to be able to pay it off. I signed up for like 5 years and I want to pay it off in at least 2.5. But in order to accomplish these goals that I have for myself, I have to realize where I'm spending my money.
Yeah.
So these are the things that I will not be spending in 2025. The first thing I have on the list, no home goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, At Home, any home decor, I don't fucking need it. This also includes holiday decor too. This stuff, I'm going to use this every single year until it falls apart.
Yeah.
Clothes. Lately, in the past few months, I've been buying more clothes and accumulating more shit. And honestly, this house I love, but there's no storage and there's no place for me to hold these items. So no clothes, no shoes, no jeans, no more hats until they fall apart. Looking up my subscriptions. I know this is a small dent in a big pot, but it can definitely make a difference. I looked up my subscriptions and how much I'm spending a month on Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, HBO, Paramount, all that. All of it got to go. I'm going to keep one and I have to figure out which one I want to keep.
Yeah.
Lastly is overspending at the grocery store. I'm a single person. I only shop for one person. But when I go to the store, I have these ideas in my mind of things that I want to make. And I'll go ahead and buy it right then and end up not making it and end up wasting a lot of food. And
I can feel him so much on this. And then the worst part is some of the stuff, it just goes bad so fast in the United States. What is up with the food quality? It's like you buy something and 2 to 3 days later, it's just already like spoiled and it stank, like the meat turning colors. When I used to live in Europe and go travel around there, I didn't have these problems. And side note, that's why I think a lot of people need to travel to see how things are. The food and the fruit in Germany, top tier. Top tier. I got back to the States. I was getting sick. I had like welts coming on me, like out of nowhere. I don't know what was going on. I never had a reaction to food that bad in my life. But then again, I was gone for about 4 years. So it kind of makes sense.
And I feel bad because there's some people out in this world that can't even have 3 meals a day. And I have all this food in the fridge and it's going to waste.
I like that he's self-aware about what other people are experiencing. I think that's really big of him. And that's why we all should be grateful. I know I was complaining a little bit, but we all should still be grateful for what we do have because there's always somebody out there that has it worse. Yes, there are people going hungry somewhere.
Now, mind you, everybody has their own like goals for 2025 and you kind of have to look at your own situation to see like what works best for you. I think we're all collectively getting more smart with how we spend our money.
The biggest thing I learned during my low buy year is that I am just a regular person. My main goal on going on a whole low buy year was just to understand what is my normal level of consumption. Because TikTok really skews it for, like it really does. One thing I've had to like understand with TikTok and just social media in general is that this is our new product placements in movies and TV shows. The people I'm seeing who look like me, act like me, we enjoy the same things, they are a catalog as well. It's not normal to go to the store and buy more than 3 pieces of clothing. It's not normal to go into Sephora and drop $250, $300 just because. It's not normal to live above your means and just hope that you're going to have an increase of money, you're going to start a new side hustle, and in 3 months, it'll be able to let you quit. As a matter of fact, actually retire from your full-time job. So the beginning of the year, when I find myself going to the mall or going to the store, and I'm like, I'm not that person. I am not that person to go and drop a lot of money on something or go on a luxury vacation at this point in my life. I'm at the point as a regular person who doesn't have anything external supporting me. Okay, I only have my one full-time job and I tutor on the side, and then that's it. That kind of person saves for retirement. They put money into their savings. They pay off their credit cards as best as they can. They find apartments within their budget, and they try to go below that. They do not want to max out their budget when it comes to things. That's the kind of person I am, and that's the person I'm striving to be, not the people that I see on my For You page. Because very quickly it turned into like, oh, well, so-and-so who's very similar to me also does this or can afford this or buys these things or shops like this. Therefore, I should be able to also do those things.
And she's pointing out something that a lot of people experience is the comparing lives that, to be honest, y'all really don't know what these people are experiencing, what they have, how they're able to get all this money to do these things. The keeping up with the Joneses mentality is so dangerous in this society.
And my mind started shifting more towards how can I make my money do more for me? Even though I could afford something, does not mean I had to buy it. And rather, I could actually put it towards something that's more beneficial towards me.
My no-buy year will be continuing into 2025. It's official. My debt will be 100% gone, including my car loan, by August of next year. No perfume. Are you kidding me? I don't need any more perfume. No jewelry. No new technology either. That means I'm going to sit out the iPhone 17. No takeout except once a month. This rule I wasn't as strict with, and I'm going to be really, really rigid in 2025. No home decor. That's okay. I don't need it anyway. My house is fabulous. No books. I have enough to read as it is. And no canceling my Pilates classes. Those $10 cancellation fees really added up this year.
I noticed that on a few of these lists, people are saying no home decor. Was the home decor really the thing for people that was getting them? And trust me, I understand because Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Ross, every time that there was a new holiday, they just loading up all the shelves with all this stuff for people to come in and decorate their houses. And you just see people flooding it every holiday, Easter, Halloween, Valentine's Day, and they just keep doing it over and over and over every year. And also the perfume stands out to me because a lot of people have this thing about perfume where, like, I don't know what's up with all these different scents that are Armani scents, all the different scents that the ladies be going crazy over. Some of these perfumes that I've seen, extremely expensive, and a lot of people just don't have the willpower to say no. I'm all for people smelling good, but you got to do what makes sense. Like, nothing's wrong with having perfume, but maybe just don't do so much if you know you don't have money, you know, or you're trying to be more financially secure. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you all think about this down below. Are you doing a no-buy this year? Are you inspired to possibly do one? Let me know. And we have to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.